If you're overwhelmed, frustrated, and sick and tired of the clutter in your life, maybe it's time to do something about it. In this podcast, the most organized man in America, Andrew Mellen, demystifies how to organize your world. Andrew gives you the keys to stop clutter from robbing you of your precious time, freedom, and joy in your life. Here's your host, Andrew Mellen.
Welcome to Declutter Your Life. I'm your host, Andrew Mellen. Delighted to be with you again today. And our next challenge goes live 1 week from today, the 16th of August. You know, it's been a busy weekend on Facebook. I'm out of town working with a private client on the West Coast. And I've still been on Facebook, as people have been asking questions, and we've been posting, and other places as well, about this upcoming challenge. What I want to talk about today is just mindset, and which is what we talk about so often. I'm both fascinated, I'm mildly annoyed, just because I'm a human and I get annoyed like everybody else, at the level of cynicism and also how people are so willing to stand in their own way, right? For those of you who don't know, we're charging $1, literally $1 one time for this challenge, because we recognized that even though in the past we were getting 10,000 people sign up, we were getting 2,000 people showing up. Like, I don't need to be sending emails to 8,000 people who are somewhat interested, maybe interested, really interested, but can't get their shit together enough to show up on time. Whatever's going on between 10,000 and 2,000, I'd like to close that gap. I'd much rather be talking to everybody who is committed, because I'm committed, right? So it's fascinating to me, these comments that I see on Facebook where people are talking about, can this be real, or what's the scam, or what's the angle, as if 5 hours of your time, anyone's time, and $1, that investment, and 5 hours of my pedagogical, that exchange is somehow not worth $1, or that there's something hidden there. Look, there is nothing hidden there. Of course, you will be invited to do more work with us in the future if that serves you. And if it doesn't, you'll have spent $1, 5 hours of your time, and we will have given you the tools to start you off in a new direction, particularly around how you think about, feel about, and interact with stuff. The annoyance is people calling my integrity into question, because I think I have pretty good integrity, and I think I walk my talk, and I think I'm not much of a liar. And, I own 200 lies that I tell to myself, but they're often not outward facing. I'm not often lying to other people. And if I lie, like saying I'm on my way when I haven't left the house, I pretty rapidly come clean on that. And I just was running late. I didn't want to own up to the fact that I had not budgeted my time well enough to not inconvenience you or impact you. I am a person, right? So if I can blame it on traffic, there's certainly an inclination to do it. I, like everybody else, am a work in progress, but that's not the point. The point is, if you are somebody who is defended and skeptical and cynical, and you have clutter, disorganization, compromised time management, what are you telling yourself about why it is, and where are you reinforcing some sort of limited experience on the planet, some limited mindset that is preventing you from adopting a new behavior, of being curious about, is there another way, right? I think so often people get trapped in that mindset that says, this is the best it can be. I'm not entitled to anything better. Nobody gets it any better. It's all lies. It's all BS. Everybody has a miserable experience, and this is the best I can hope for. I really, more than anything, through the Destress Your Mess Challenge, I'd love to poke a hole in that sort of a mindset. The challenge is getting somebody who's trapped in that mindset to even put the dollar down and come play is a challenge, right? So none of us want to be talking to only the choir and only people who already agree to us. We certainly want to be able to interact with folks who are on the edges and bring them into the fold and be able to impact them and share the experience with them, right? If that bell curve is accurate, right? Like there's 20% of the people who are early adopters who are all in. You just have to say the right word to them and they're like, sure, I'm in. There's the 60% in the middle that is not on the fence, but, checking things out and looking to see what are the leaders doing before the bulk of the herd does something. And then there's 20% at the back who literally, if you spoon fed them the answers and you paid the dollar for them, they'd still find a reason to say, this doesn't work. My way of viewing things is the only way. And as a result, my limited, small little view of the world must be reinforced by every choice that I make, or it would blow up my reality. So I'm digging in my heels even harder to live in my small, mean, disorganized, and compromised way because it's the best I can manifest by myself. So I'm not expecting to reach those people, but the 60% in the middle of the herd, I definitely want to bring those along with the 20% who are like, yes, Andrew, this is exactly what I'm looking for, right? I want to change how I think about, how I feel about, and how I interact with stuff and or time. And I am all in. Here's my buck. Let's go. Help me. I've been waiting for this kind of point of view or this direction to finally unlock something for me so I can move forward. So, if you're part of the 20% who are all in already, awesome. Can't wait to be with you a week from tonight. If you're the 60% that's in the middle of the herd and you're looking around wondering like, what's everybody doing and is it safe and should I do it? And, do I have it in myself to try one more time? Come join us, because I promise you, you will definitely get your dollars worth in the 5 hours of content and information that I'm giving you. And for the 20% who are, like, rah, 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 if some miracle happens and we can penetrate the veil of your misery enough to offer you an alternative, what really do you have to lose? It's a buck, right? You've probably spent a buck on a parking meter or a cup of coffee that did not taste delicious and it didn't kill you, right? So what you're gambling is the chance that in spite of all of your limited ways of viewing the world, something might actually provide value and access to something different that is different enough that it could actually crack open that resistance and that cynicism and offer you a path forward to what you say you want, but seem unable to manifest by yourself. And so, if there's any opportunity to pierce that veil, this is my pitch for that. And, and if you've got a friend who is that glass half empty kind of person, see what you can do to support them in letting that go. Because I think, the micro is how we manifest the macro, right? How we do anything is how we do everything. And so the world partly looks the way it does with all of the confusion and misinformation and chaos. It partly looks that way because I think people are highly defended and living in a bubble of their own reality. So the more that we can support our friends, our neighbors, our family members, our colleagues, our children, our parents, our partners to soften their hearts and expand their view enough to consider other points of view, I think we benefit on the micro level, but we also benefit on the macro level. And of course, spoiler, that's what is behind all of the work that I'm doing anyway, right? Once you get organized, once your time management is under control, what can you do with all of that time that you were wasting and losing? Where can you apply that to make your family better, your home better, your work better, your neighborhood better, your community better, your county better, your city better, your state better, the country better, the world better? How can you take that time and leverage it so that you are an agent for change in your own way and you're as engaged as you possibly can be? This is a finite experience. We're only here for a limited period of time. I certainly want everybody playing as big as they can and as connected as they possibly can be, whether that's literally, on your block or on the planet. It doesn't matter to me the scale of it, as long as you're no longer struggling with the obstacles between you and access to it. So that's it for today's episode. Be sure to join us here for other episodes of Declutter Your Life. Again, I'm your host, Andrew Mellen. I'll look forward to being with you again real soon.
That's it for today's episode. Head on over to iTunes and subscribe to the show. One lucky person every single week that posts a review on iTunes will win a chance in the grand prize drawing to win a $25,000 private VIP day with Andrew Mellen himself. Be sure to go to declutteryourlifeshow.com and pick up a free copy of Andrew's gift. And join us on the next episode.